Hey everyone, Chasing Sports or Media here. Today we're going to be talking about basically what's next for the UFC heavyweight division. Following yesterday, Jon Jones came out and utterly dominated Cyril Gane. The fight was like a minute and a half even. They were standing up for a little bit. Jon took a nut shot. Jon then took him down, and that's kind of where things escalated. He got in a perfect position on Gane. And he did this perfect position that was taught to him by Henry Cejudo, or warned to him by Henry Cejudo, and capitalized off a really weak wrestler in Cyril Gane and submitted him. I don't think this was outlandish. I think that would happen in the fight. Chael Sonnen really called it before the fight, going on social media, and like the only heavyweight without a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane's clearly his wrestling hasn't been tested, and I mean, we see it there, and that brings big trouble up for Cyril Gane. Because going forward with Cyril Gane, we're going to see that opponents are just going to take him down and ground and pound and submit him, because it's clear that he really does not have the defense that we all thought he even had remotely. The fact that Jon Jones went in there and just shut him down like that was kind of embarrassing, man. I feel bad for Cyril Gane in a way that I had thought that he would compete a lot better, that he would maybe defend some of the takedowns, that he'd maybe not get submitted right away. And I actually had Cyril Gane winning this fight in the fourth, because I had thought more ring rust from Jon Jones is going to appear. And I thought the striking from Gane, which is very good, would do too much for him. But unfortunately, that's not the truth. And we're here where Jon Jones looks utterly unstoppable anywhere he fights. Following the fight, a little bit of a call-out happened, and that was between Stipe, the heavyweight GOAT, the best of all time in the heavyweight division, versus Jon Jones, the greatest of all time, which would be an awesome fight. Jon Jones had a lot to say, and so did Stipe.
I wanted that fight, but unfortunately I didn't get it, and now I have to wait till July.
What did you think was going to happen coming in here?
I thought it was a good decision, just because I didn't know how Jon was. It took 3 years off, but hey, listen, hats off to him.
Did you learn anything in that quick of a fight?
I mean, yeah, you see some things, I'll keep it to myself, but I definitely see some things.
When you look at the way that what did you think of the way Jon put on the weight? How did he look physically to you at heavyweight?
It's big, he's a big boy. He's 6'4", to 247 or something like that. I mean, yeah, I'm bigger than that, so it's okay.
What do you think? What did you make of Cyril Gane's performance?
Maybe his nerves got to him. Who knows? I don't know. He's a tough guy. He'll be back. There's no question. That guy he's a bruiser.
When you see the way Jon looks at heavyweight, what is going to be the biggest challenge that you bring to the table to give to him?
I don't know. I think there's a lot of things. I think this something he's never seen before. I know it's cliche and everyone says it, but honestly, that's the truth.
You've done a lot of different things in this sport, man. I don't think anything really feels. I mean, you're down in Brazil, beating Fabricio Verdum for the title. You fought Daniel Cormier, trilogy. You've done it all. Getting a chance to fight Jon Jones, the greatest of all time.
Take him out.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen.
Does it feel like that would be the last one for you? I feel like that's the one. Like, you go in, you win that, you just drop everything and walk out, right?
I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, listen, one fight at a time. But, yeah, 100%, she's going to go my way.
When does training camp start?
It's always started.
I love it, man.
It's just very interesting to see that Stipe, who's, over 40 years old, wants to come out and fight Jon Jones, who just came off that amazing win. And I guess this is the fight Stipe was waiting for, because he wanted the fight in March. But then apparently, it just couldn't get made. It couldn't happen. So then that led Jon to take the fight, or I'm sorry, Jon and Cyril Gane to happen. But again, Stipe was in the back pocket the whole entire time. I don't know if Stipe can really hang with his ground game. I understand Stipe is a pretty balanced fighter, and he's been through a lot of experience, but still, I mean, Jon's just phenomenal on the ground, and I don't know if Stipe could keep up with that. Again, like, Stipe's getting old. Stipe's chin is worn down a lot. Not to say Stipe doesn't have a chance, because he definitely does, but let's not act like Jon Jones is not the wrestler he is. I mean, I don't know a lot of people in that division that can really, really stand up to him like that. I do think Stipe is the best matchup for him. Again, and that's crazy, because there's really... I don't know. I'm not looking at this list of heavyweights and saying there's a lot of guys who I feel confident about. And on top of that, it's probably Stipe. Stipe is the guy that I feel most confident about that can really stand up to Jones. The next one in the rankings that may have the best chance is Sergei Pavlovich. He's a Russian striker. He's really good at striking. I watch a lot of his videos. The guy's like a tank. He was actually the replacement for this fight. He had to make weight and whatnot. But, I mean, I really like Sergei. I watched a lot of his film lately, and Sergei's a good man. He's on a 5-win streak. He has 14 wins by knockout. and 14 first-round finishes. Like, this guy isn't a joke, man. I really do want him. I want him to get a shot at Jones eventually. I think Stipe goes first, and then we can get Sergei for the title, possibly. The guy gets a lot of significant strikes landed. He's at 52% for his striking accuracy. You know, he's not going to take it down. He has 2 takedown attempts. The guy won't take you down. And again, this is where I'm worried about. This is what I'm worried about. Definitely, because if he can't, the issue is, ready. He has 14 14 KOs, TKOs. He has 3 decision wins and 0 submissions. The guy doesn't wrestle, and the guy has weak takedown defense, if I'm being honest. So again, that's another fighter that is close, but I don't know if he'll really compare to Jon Jones, or if he can deal with his wrestling. There is an upcoming fight. We do have Sergei versus Blades, April 22nd, which is big because whoever wins that fight will most likely get a shot right after. Get a shot after Stipe. So that's an interesting fight to watch. We got to keep our eyes out for that. And then obviously that leads us into our next contender, Curtis Blades, who I like. Curtis Blades. Curtis Blades is a wrestler, man. And that's what's really good to have against Jon Jones. Curtis Blades, he's on a 3-win streak right now. He's got 12 wins by knockout. He's also got, you know, some good striking at 51%, significant strikes landed. Again, he has 12 knockouts, 5 decisions, and no submission wins, but that's not to say that he's not good at wrestling because he has no submission wins. He does have 54% takedown accuracy with 33 total takedowns landed out of 115. So I do like him having him there. You know, significant strikes by position, 45% coming from standing and 41% coming at the ground, 225 at the ground. So this guy can ground and pound. This guy can mix it up on the ground, and he does have good takedown defense and takedown offense. So when we're looking at the heavyweight division, there's not many people outside of Stipe, Sergei, and Curtis Blades. That's who we have in the running right now to take down Jon Jones. Sergei Gane, unfortunately, his wrestling is just too far behind right now to compete with Jon Jones. So that's going to take a few camps to even get close to it. Tai Tuivasa, I just don't see it right now. He's suffered too many losses lately. I don't see him getting a shot at Jon Jones. Tom Aspinall, all these guys. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen with a lot of these guys. Curtis Blades, Sergei, Stipe are who's up right now to really get into Jon. And if I had to be honest, the best shot I would... That's hard to call, man. Because, I mean, probably Stipe. Like I said earlier, probably Stipe. Because he's just been doing it for so long, and he is the heavyweight GOAT. And he's a pretty balanced fighter. But honestly, I like Curtis Blades a lot too, just for his wrestling ability and his takedown. And then Sergei is a really good striker, but Sergei really needs to work on his wrestling before he gets a shot at Jon. So I'm really excited to see the Sergei and Curtis Blades fight in the 23rd of April. That's going to be a great fight, and that's going to tell us a lot who gets the next shot after Stipe. Definitely. And I saw, it was funny because Nagano was talking beef to Dana on Twitter, or not Dana, but like to Dana and Jon Jones, just messing with him. And again, I'm pretty sure us fans, that's all the fight we want to say. We want to see Francis versus Jon, but as Dana said, it'll never happen, and he's made it kind of clear. But I mean, how much word does Dana hold? How much can you really trust him? But thank you guys for hanging around. This is Chasing Sports Media. Have a good day, guys.